Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Saturday, the NSUTTS League, round 2. This is at Raceroom Raceway, the bridge course. You're joining me, Tiger, from RWB International, and also with me, my fellow commentator, Draco. How you doing, Draco?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a wonderful afternoon over in the U.S., and I can't believe what we're watching here.
Oh, no, it's crazy, isn't it? 36 of them out there, 36 NSU TTSs in what is, as I said, this second round of this RWB League, which is over 4 weeks. And we've just broken the practice timing now. We're going to be entering qualifying soon, which is 15 minutes. And this is a bit special, this one, because normally, seeing as I'm the chief cock of RWB International, the chief cock, the chief of commentary, I wouldn't normally be doing this, but this is a special one this Sunday, Draco, because of course we have got a special guest with us tonight, and that is of course GamerMuscle. Let's see whether we can find him. Where is he? Let's find him.
He is under number 24, James West.
24, James West. Bosh, there you go. So GamerMuscle joins us tonight, which is absolutely fantastic. We're really pleased to have him with us, RWB International, and of course to all of the groupies and the GamerMuscle team members that are also out there as well that are bringing it to RWB International tonight. We assure you that it's not going to be a walk in the park. I guarantee you that. Listen, we race clean, race fun, race fair, race for position. We respect each other and we have fun, and I'm absolutely no doubt that will be the case with the race tonight. So there he goes, GamerMuscle. I was on his stream earlier on, actually. He's got a great crowd that follows him. I've been following him just like many people have since, in the days of him having, a couple of hundred. So it's absolutely fantastic to see him out there with RWB International and with his buddies on what is essentially a charity event, Draco. We're doing this to raise money for malaria, save all the children in the world from that which we all hate, the bloody mosquitoes and malaria. And I know GamerMuscle, fair play to him, has raised a significant amount of money this afternoon for that. That's fantastic, isn't it?
It's a great thing too. We as a community, we also want to go ahead and enrich and help out those, definitely in need. And, guys, if you're watching, out there, please, find it deep in your hearts and also deep in your wallets, and, go ahead and lend a little bit of help. This is a worthwhile organization. It's for kids, and I know I speak for Tiger when I speak for myself and say, any charity for kids is worth definitely donating into. It's for a good cause, and find it in your heart, give in a little bit.
Absolutely. And so if you want to donate, if you haven't done already, then please zip along to GamerMuscle's YouTube page. You'll find the link there. Click on it and give whatever you can. Okay then, onto the event. Well, we're in qualifying at a minute, 12 minutes and 26 seconds left to go. We're at Raceroom Raceway, which is the bridge. This particular track is called the bridge track. There are 4 different types of tracks. This is actually a fictional track set in the French Alps, Raceroom Raceway. 3.35 kilometres, 2.08 miles, 12 corners on this one. 6 of those are left and 6 right. 3 extended chicanes, 1 parabolica, which is at turn 12, which of course, for those of you who don't know, is a turn of equal radius, a long back and main straights, and this track is full of elevation changes, as we can see as we're watching GamerMuscle there for the minute. Full of elevation changes, a nice long back straight as you're seeing him go along there. And there's plenty of blind corners, and there are also bends on the crest. So it is quite challenging, but pretty much everybody, if you fired up Raceroom, you would have zipped around this track. And it's a really fun track to get used to and enjoy. So so there you go. So that's the track, Raceroom Runway. Have you zipped around here in one of these? These are fantastic cars. You like these cars?
I'm going to be honest with you, Tiger. I don't think this thing belongs on a race course. It looks like an upside-down bathtub with wheels.
Good grief! I don't believe you just said that. This is a wonderful NSUTTS. It was revealed in 1963 at Frankfurt Motor Show. It was produced in West Germany by NSU from 58, so around about 73. It was actually 74. Wikipedia says 73. I can tell you it wasn't. It was 74. Later on, NSU was actually acquired by Volkswagen, and the whole premise of the NSU being born and other rear-engined, air-cooled cars was as a result of the Suez Crisis and the fuel crisis that hit the world at the time in '56. And a few years after that, of course, fuel was at a premium, so was oil. So this particular car is, aluminium block. One of the first cars to have an aluminium block. It's inline 4, air-cooled, overhead cam, rear engine, very, very lively, very reliable, ironically. 1000cc, about 120 horsepower, 620 pounds, drum brakes. No disc brakes on this, drum brakes, rear-wheel drive, 4-speed, and I can tell you now, it's a damn sight more reliable than that which we had in the United Kingdom, which of course was the Hillman Imp. Some of you may remember the Hillman Imp. The Hillman Imp, actually, the engine was actually used in fire engines for a water pump. This NSU TTS is the sort of Western German version of the good old famous Hillman Imp. You can see the rear spoiler there is actually as I think you call it, the trunk, don't you? The trunk is we call it the boot.
Well, I guess it's the easy version of a spoiler instead of an aftermarket. Just go ahead and prop something in the actual trunk and let the door stand up.
So there you go. So that's the car, the NSU TTS, all 120 horsepower of it. Now we're in qualifying, 9 minutes. Let me just give you a quick update on what the race is all about. So we've got a 15-minute qualifying, of which we've got 8 minutes and 54 seconds left. We'll then have a 20-minute race, and then we'll have a reverse grid for a second race of 20 minutes. So 2 20-minute races preempted by a 15-minute qualifier for both of those races. We'll stream it all the way through until the very end. At the end, we'll get a chance to have a little bit of a chat with GamerMuscle, and then we'll close out the stream. If you've got any questions, pop them down in the old YouTube chat, and we'll do our best to answer it. So let's have a quick sit rep then. Currently in first position, with a best lap of 132.768. This guy here, Luca Gray. Now, RWB members know who Luca Gray is. His tag is RWB Squid Flipper. 14 years old, this guy is. 14 years old and in the top quadrants of RWB. Exceptionally fast, exceptionally talented, and look out for him. Nigel Wood is with us. Nigel Wood is a bit of a lone wolf. He races with lots of different groups out there, and it's always nice to see Nigel with us. RWB Helmet has just qualified in a 132.8, sorry, and you can see him currently in third place. RWB CSAM, one of our mini aliens, again, exceptionally quick, from France and exceptionally talented. RWB Beer, currently sitting in the pit having a quick swig. He actually came first last week, I believe, so we'll be looking out for him. Rodders, who is our chief honcho from RWB, again, very talented, very, very quick, and you'll certainly see him in those top parts there. A couple more of a rundown, and then I'll hand over to you, Draco, to maybe say a few words about tonight's race. Felipe Nasakawa from, excuse me, I had a cough there, from Germany. I don't think we've seen Felipe before, and by virtue of the team name, I'm going to say that I think he's with GamerMuscle, but whether he is or isn't, he's welcome, so welcome to you. Dave Crew, RWB Dave Crew, as we just see someone in the Randstad livery there. RWB Dave Crew, currently running in 8th. He's put in a 133.131. Then we've got Yevgeny Lazarenko. Lavgeny is from Ukraine. Again, wonderful to see him out there. He races with Pro Formula Esports, so we'll be looking out for him.
He does a lot of racing. He does a lot of racing recordings too. He's very active over in the Raceroom Experience Discord and forum. He's actually very sound to watch. He's a great racer.
Awesome. Currently looking at Daniel O'Brien. Daniel is from the UK. Daniel, I think, is again with GamerMuscle crew tonight. And as I said, it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. You know, we're all sim racers and we all love it, and it's great to come together as a community for a charity race as part of our league. So welcome to him. Who else have we got? Anti-Fostrom. Anti-Fostrom, forgive me if I've said that incorrectly, from Finland. I'm very, very biased towards the Finnish because I love rallying, and I think the greatest rally drivers have come from Finland. Who? Hannu Nikkola, that's who.
Yeah, they have some great pedigree in rally.
Indeed they do. Enrique Havas from Spain, currently running in 14th. Enrique has just put in a 133.486. Jammer, our resident musician, currently running in 15th. RWB Mark Bean, Mr. Bean as I refer to him. He's currently running in 16th. There again, very, very quick, Mark Bean. Then we're going to go on to, high up, there we go. We're going on to Guillaume Blanc from Switzerland. Welcome to him. Then we've got Thomas Schmidt. Thomas, again, I think with GamerMuscle tonight, but good to see him there. Daniel Lourenco from Portugal, and also Felipe Santos, also from Portugal. And finally, just so that I can hand over and you don't get all bored with Monkey Boy here, of course, GamerMuscle, currently running out there in 24th. I did tell you it wouldn't be easy, eh? Currently running out there in 24th, and as I just put in a 134.394. 4 minutes left to go. What are your thoughts about this race, and what are you looking for, Draco?
You know, with 35 racers, anything can really happen. We're talking about a relatively short course, a lot of elevation changes, a wide variance of turns. This is going to be fun. You know, a lot of these guys we haven't seen before, so this is going to be kind of a scouting mission here to see, you know, on the first race, you know, who does what, and, you know, give us a little bit of idea on race number 2, what to expect. This is going to be about as free form as it gets. We're going to be along for the ride with you guys. Like we mentioned, half of these guys we haven't seen before, so this is going to be interesting. And to the viewers and to the racers who have joined us from GamerMuscle, thank you very much for joining us. It is a real pleasure having you here with us in this stream here, and we really do look forward to seeing what you guys can put out there.
Absolutely, yeah, very well said. Riding with GamerMuscle at the minute, actually, on the dash, but there's a few other guys we're not so low to. We've got 3 minutes left, so let's do that. Ing Fuffens, I think from Sweden. Let me check. Yeah, getting in someone's home country right is as important in my view as getting their name right. Ing, welcome to you. Chris Reeves from the United States there. I think with GamerMuscle, but either way, it's always good to see other people out
fellow there. Yank, all right.
Charger, the old man. Now, Charger is sort of one of the founders of RWB International, known as the old man because he is old. And so those of you who don't know him, 68 Charger is. He's got 9 kids. The youngest is only 6 months old. The eldest is 14. Now, work that out. He's been busy, hasn't he, over the past 14 years? And he's got osteoporosis, and he's health-wise, he's genuinely in a bad way. But you know what? This brings him out of himself. He's not in the wheelchair tonight, I can tell you. So who else? Justin Schickels from Germany. Justin, good evening to you. Good to see you out there. Lovely livery, that. Lenny 2 from, I think that's Belgium. That's Belgium. Yeah, it's Belgium. Lenny 2 from Belgium. Good to see you out there. TK, RWB TK in the green and red Castrol livery there. Andre Rees, I think that's, no, beg your pardon, that's Slovakia. He's from Slovakia. Wonderful to see you out there. I think it's always very heartfelt when you see so many people from so many countries come together to race around here You know, we're called RWB International because, you know, we have no borders. We're racers without borders. We don't care what country you come from, what religion you are, what colour you are, what your politics are, or anything else. What binds us together is our love for sim racing. It's great to see lots of people out there from lots of different countries. Eric Bowman, again from Sweden, great to see him there. Another American, Travis Rodriguez, is out there as well. And finally, Martin Langer from Germany. Wonderful! What a great selection of people out there tonight, Draco.
What a diverse crowd! This is gonna be a lot of fun. I've been really looking forward to this all weekend. Just basically with all the new racers, the car, the track. This is gonna be a lot of fun, and it's for a good cause.
Absolutely. Rundown from the top three. CSAM in first place, 136.62. Mark Bean, 132.72. Oh no, beg your pardon, that changed at the last minute. Luca Gray just got in there with a 132.5. So you've got Luca first, CSAM second, Bean third, Yevgeny Lazarenko in fourth, Nigel Wood in fifth, Helmet in sixth, Daniel O'Brien in seventh, Beer in eighth, Rodders in ninth, Binnersley in 10th, and GamerMuscle, well, I didn't see him, to be honest. Now, where is he? Now, I'll tell you where he is. He's down in 20th. So, well, I say down in 20th. So he's in 20th. So that's good. So they've got a 3-minute warm-up now. Look at all them beautiful cars, Draco. Aren't you just in awe of them beautiful liveries and the aerodynamics of them?
I'll buy the colors. The aerodynamics, I don't know, but this will definitely be interesting.
Does it. They are a lot of fun. I was watching GamerMuscle earlier on. He fired up Raceroom and just jumped in there just to to orientate himself. And by the time he sorted his force feedback out and limits and steering limits and so on, 10 minutes later, do you know what he said? Wow, this car is a lot of fun, and it is. In real life, this is a very lively car, worth an awful lot of money now. As is the Hillman Imp. You'll see the Hillman Imp racing in Group 5 races, tarmac races, and you will certainly see the Hillman Imp and NSUTTSs, those that remain that have not fallen apart, in historic rallies and so forth. And that's actually where the Hillman Imp in the UK got its name, really, in the rally world. And ironically, it's 2019, perhaps I shouldn't say that, but the Hillman Imp was made famous by a lady called Rosemary Smith, who won the Tulip Rally in 1965. So, yeah, they do look a bit weird, don't they? They look like a brick, but they handle exceptionally well. You can get up to 2.8 degrees worth of camber on the front wheels on this car, on standard setup. So, 2.8 degrees, that is ridiculous, which means this car goes around corners like it's on rails or drifts four wheels.
It's just funny because this thing, you'll have to forgive me, I'm going to speak in pounds and not in the actual money sense, but in weight. This thing looks like about 400 pounds dripping wet in wool. No wonder it's so lively.
Yeah, 620 pounds actually. It weighs 620 pounds. So there's nothing to it, absolutely nothing. The engine is in the rear. It's 1000 cc, as I said, 120 horsepower. Drum brakes all round as well. No, there's no ceramic out there. This is drum brakes. And as I said, I was watching GamerMuscle earlier on, and first he said was, "Christ, where are the brakes?" So 4-speed as well. If you've got a sim setup where you've got a shifter, and you like using manual and toe and heel, and you like to pitch yourself in the sim world for real driving ability, then it's this sort of car that is the perfect segue to try your hand.
Yeah, just gotta be careful though. There's you push it too hard, you're gonna have to replace one of the hamsters in a glove box for the engine.
You don't like them at all, do you?
Oh, they just look wrong. My idea of a racer and what this is great for a blast, but I don't know if you could ever go ahead and pitch this for a competition.
Well, there you go. I didn't see Audi out there. I think Audi's having a night off tonight. RWB Audi, one of our honchos, just posted a YouTube chat. How is the tyre wear on the Imp? As we're
coming from our resident tyre whisperer, right?
from our tyre whisperer, yeah, someone who can make tyres go an awful long way. crikey, 26, 25 seconds left to go before they all need to get on the track. And only then will we have our race director up where we'll be able to see and move our cameras. We won't be able to do anything until then. 36 cars out there. You can see them going over the hill. Crikey, holy moly. Let's take control of the camera, looking at Luca Gray in first place, with C-Sam in second and Mark Bean in third. Red lights are on and they're away. Luca Gray then in the orange and black. Good grief, 36 of them coming down towards the first of the corners, which is an extended chicane. Riding with Inge Fuffens, currently in 25th place, having a good view in front there as they come through this first extension of extended chicane here. I think everyone's got through cleanly. I think all the RWB members out there will be racing clean. Now, notwithstanding, there's going to be some door rubbing going on out there, undoubtedly. But Luca Gray, the kid as you call him, is zipping away, and right behind him, if we zip onto the wing, there's C-Sam. C-Sam is again one of our super quick members of RWB. Behind him, that guy there, as we said earlier on, Yevgeny Lazarenko from Ukraine, and as you said, he does quite a few videos and so forth.
Yeah, Yevgeny's actually really popular over in the Race Room Discord. He puts up a lot. He usually specializes in the cars, a lot of the videos I've seen, so this is definitely going to be a little bit outside of his comfort zone.
Mark Bean in fourth place. We're looking up there in the blue NSU. Nige Wood currently in fifth place in the red and silver, or just on the inside there. Just seeing whether we can just take Mark Bean. I think he has just taken Mark Bean there. Nige Wood up into fourth place. Good move, Mark. Good move, Nige. Daniel O'Brien down in sixth place. Rodders has just moved up into sixth place. So Rodders there. Oh, whoops, am I on the right? There we go, camera. Rodders in the Castrol livery, currently in sixth place. On the wing with Rodders, we're looking back at Beer. Beer came first last week and is leading with 80 points in the league. On the rear right of Beer, we're looking back at Mark Bean in that blue NSU. And Rick Binnersley currently running in ninth place. Now, crikey, how the hell are we supposed to cover everybody, Draco?
I'm not sure, because we've got less than 1 second separation between just about every single spot here. So, guys, you're along for the ride with us, so enjoy it while we can.
Absolutely, and of course, it's a very good point, actually, a good segue to remind everybody that, this is default setups. There are tyres, there's no tyre wear, no fuel wear, default setups. Everyone is the same, so that means the time differential is exceptionally close. GamerMuscle now up to 14th place, riding in cockpit with him. You can see he's got, essentially 1.1 second to Felipe Nasakawa from Belgium. So GamerMuscle up from 20th to 14th place. So we'll catch him later on. But looking on the back of him, right alongside actually, we've got Guillaume Blanc from Switzerland who's challenging, and he just takes GamerMuscle on this extended on that corner there, on that parabolica just towards the main straight. So Guillaume up to 14th and GamerMuscle back down to 15th.
He's going to get a little bit of ribbing at the end there for that one. He let a Swiss driver by him, but that's all right, because looks like he's coming right back up on the inside.
He's gone on the inside for the extended chicane there. Surely he's got the line there, but not on the exit, as Guillaume said, no thank you very much, and GamerMuscle says, well, you know what? Fine.
Yeah, but he's not going away. He's on him like a coat of wet paint. Look out.
Yeah, he's all over it, isn't he? Like a Dalek on a dustbin. But GamerMuscle will certainly, as he four-wheel drifts around there, good stuff there. Thomas Schmidt down in 16th place, riding in cockpit with him. You can see the business from his point of view. Right in front of us in the yellow, red, and blue. That's GamerMuscle there, and the orange and black is Guillaume. On the wing with Thomas Schmidt, we're looking back there, the orange and black is Mr. Orange, RWB Orange, again, very, very talented. Now, what's interesting about this guy, he's doing all of this on a controller. He's got thumbs like they're on universal joints, this fella. The range of equipment in RWB is quite exceptional. You've got people with tens of thousands of pounds worth of kit, and you've got people that have got 1999 straight out of CEX, second-hand, third-hand gamer controller. This guy is exceptionally talented on a controller and currently running 19th, 18th. Marco Reb Salmon now. Reb Salmon, what a wonderful name, from Switzerland there. Currently running in 19th place. Charger, the old man in dashboard in cockpit with him. He's currently running 21st. Be careful, Charger. On the wing there, you can see just behind him is Daniel Lorenko. Sorry, on the inside of the yellow and red, challenging Charger. Back up the front there, Draco. I think we shouldn't forget these guys. Difficult to give everyone coverage, but right now Luca is being challenged by CSAM with Lavengi Lazarenko. I'm just going to refer to him as Lazarenko now, just in case I offend him getting the first name wrong. But Lazarenko has just taken CSAM, and Lazarenko is now in second place. So,
I think Luca's going to hand his hands full with Yevgeny. Watch this. It's going to be a matter of time, but he's going to be quite possibly challenging the kid here. It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and Luca has put in a 132.9 and Lazarenko 3.3. So, you know, Sector 1, 21.4, 22.2, 103, 104, 132, 133. So actually, we could probably say, by virtue of the fact that how much pressure he's bringing onto Luca Gray, that actually Luca Gray is holding up Lazarenko, which is a statement that just doesn't sound right. But he is. There is no question about that. As Lazarenko drifting behind Luca Gray, behind Squid Flipper. So yeah.
And he looks perfectly content to just kind of hang out back there and just wait for the kid to make a mistake here. This pans out coming up. Let's see if he makes a. Actually, check that. We still got a little bit of room before the straightaway. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong spot on the map, but it's kind of interesting though when you see everyone's still relatively spaced. We don't have any stragglers. There's no one drastically behind. This should be interesting.
Yeah, and yeah, I was actually pressing the wrong push to talk then, but yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. You know, it's just as difficult to lead in a race where all the cars are defaults. And you know, the engine, the gear ratios and everything else is exactly the same, and it's just as pressurized to lead that race when you've got someone like Lazarenko behind us. So Luca Gray is up against it right now with the pressure there. 133.161 Luca has done. Lazarenko moves on to the inside, coming into the Parabolica there, and he's got him. He has got Luca Gray on the Parabolica coming out, but gone wide, and Luca says thanks very much and then retakes his first place.
I've got a funny feeling these two are going to be battling just about every pace of the race here. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, moved on to Rodders. Rodders is currently in 5th place alongside Beer and Daniel O'Brien. Beer in the blue and white, and Daniel O'Brien is in the, as you can see, the orange, red and yellow livery. In fact, Rodders is sandwiched between the pair of them. Yeah.
It's like the bad analogy of being between a rock and a hard place. That's exactly where he's at right now.
Absolutely. Okay, so what have we got? We've got 11 minutes and 26 seconds to go. Current running. Luca Gray out the front there. Bags of pressure from Lazarenko. Last lap from Luca Gray, 132.9 with a 132.6 from Lazarenko. So these two very clearly are of the same race pace. These two are battling it out, but you know, all the time they're battling, the crowd is catching up. If we ride with Beer, who won last week and who's currently winning the league, you know, Beer is in 3rd place at the minute, you know, only 0.8 of a second behind Lazarenko, who's only 0.11 second behind. And Lazarenko is making a move again, coming into the Parabolica, thinks better of it, and says, no, thanks very much. We've got plenty of time. I'll have another go, Squid Flipper Squid. Luca Gray. But fair play, Luca. Fair play, the kid. You know, he's out there leading. But Lazarenko,
there he
look,
goes.
yeah, there he goes. He's coming out, but he's on the wrong side. Luca keeps in the middle there, which is going to force him to break deep. And ultimately, he can't move off that line. So, no matter what you've got, Lazarenko, you're not going to win in a line like that. That's for sure. He says that.
Oh, but he skidded out. He's got a little bit.
Yeah, well, you know what he done? He looked at the exit, not the entry. But I think Luca has just managed, just a hair's width, just not even a car's length, is keeping it away. So very well done for Luca Gray to do that. Bags of close action there, but bags of close action elsewhere as well. RWB Beer is bringing it to CSAM, which is quite extraordinary in itself. These two again very well matched out here. Daniel O'Brien, Rick Binnersley, Nige Wood and Mark Bean, smack bang in the middle of these four-way NSU TTS orgy going on here. Let's not forget our super guest this evening. Now, let's find him. Where's our super guest? James West, thanks very much. Yeah, GamerMuscle. Out there he is in 13th place, riding with him. He's got 0.1, he's got 1 second. In front of him is Thomas Schmidt. We can just see Thomas there. I don't think that's time. That's right, sorry. 0.278. So 278 seconds, 0.27, 2.7 seconds behind Thomas Schmidt. So GamerMuscle's got some space. Right behind him, 0.29, that orange and black NSU is Felipe Nasakawa from Germany. And so these two have it. You only need 2 cars to race. 36 out there. If everyone wants to win, which of course they should do, just because you're running in 36th, or in the case of Lenny 2, 34th, doesn't mean to say that it's time to give in. It's those people who finish a race are just as much a sim racing hero as those who don't, or those who come first. In my view, it takes racers to race out there, and if everyone just retires because it's not going their way, then where's the race?
And it's half the game right now. You gotta, it's easy to give up, but if you stick with it and keep your laps in, it's just as easy to respect.
Absolutely. Great. Okay, so quick rundown then. Luca Gray out in first. RWB Squid Flipper with Lazarenko. Beautiful name that. Lazarenko half a second behind him from the Ukraine. CSAM in third place. RWB CSAM third place in that black and gold NSU with Beer. RWB Beer because he likes lager. In fourth place, he's our current winner of the league. In first place in the league standings. Rodders, one of our RWB honchos, our lead honcho, currently leading that group of 5 there, as Rodders gets challenged by Daniel O'Brien on the Parabolica. Rodders sticks to him like a pigeon outside Greg's, looking for leftover sausage rolls all over him. So Rodders will stay right close behind Daniel O'Brien. There we go, that's how close he is. Rodders is a VR racer, only races in VR. Mad Scotsman, so he's absolutely stark bollock naked right now, sweating his nuts, with a CV1 or whatever it is strapped to his head with the door shut, with a sign on it saying "Kids Out." Rodders in fourth place, and I think Rick Binnersley has just challenged Rodders there, or challenging Rodders most certainly. Be careful, Rodders. You've got some quick people around you, but Rodders, is a track master. He knows the tracks inside and out, and very, exceptionally talented, exceptionally quick. Let's go to Guillaume Blanc in the orange and black, currently running in 11th. And on the wing with him, we can look back to Thomas Schmidt in that other orange and black. And earlier on, we were with Felipe Nasakawa in the other orange and black. And in between them, Thomas and Guillaume, right up to Jammer, who's also in the black and gold, the same as CSAM. Okay, Super Sim Racing currently running in 14th place, and right behind him is GamerMuscle. There he is in the orange and black, and let's have a look. Blue and red and orange and yellow, isn't it? But on the wing with Super Sim Racing, 0.82 of a second is GamerMuscle. Right behind, and just taking GamerMuscle on the inside now. It looks like Felipe Nasakawa just took some advantage away from him there. GamerMuscle will certainly be saying, damn that Parabolica, damn. USB. You'll know what I mean. Right behind GamerMuscle currently is RWB Orange, our resident Gandalf Super Wizard Sauron user of Xbox controller, giving some pressure to GamerMuscle there as they're coming into this extended chicane here. So far, I've seen some clean racing out there, notwithstanding there's a bit of tyre rubbing, a bit of door rubbing. You know, I mean, what do we expect with 36 cars? But you know, no one's driving like an arse, and that's important. You know, no one's got time for that. This is why we sort of close ranks and have, you know, join clubs that have rules and so on, is to avoid that damned public lobby mentality. Right out the front, newsflash: Lazarenko Draco has taken Luca Gray.
It took it 10 laps, but that doesn't surprise me.
Now on the dash with Luca Gray right now, yeah, and Lazarenko's gone wide into the parabolica, but just carries enough speed to take it away from him, doesn't he? So Luca now 0.4 of a second behind Lazarenko, and with 4 minutes and 19 seconds left of the race, well, you know, the game is not up. You only got to make one mistake, that's it. Be careful, Luca, because right behind you, 0.18 of a second, this man, RWB Beer, who's currently leading in the league. Luca Gray is running second in the league at the minute, so it's all to win with these two, all to lose, should I say, with these two, Luca Gray and RWB Beer. Lazarenko is currently running third in the league, so him being at first at the minute. So these three, Lazarenko, Luca, Beer, you know, first, second and third, with Luca just looking on the inside, just a little bit of a scrape there. But these three here, right at the front there, are also first, second and third, Beer, Gray and Lazarenko in the actual league anyway.
Yeah, look out for Beer though. He's going to make a move as well.
Yeah, exceptional racecraft going on at the front here. Luca Gray has now taken first position, but you know, you've got pressure in the rear left. You know, if we look at the rear left, you know, you've got pressure. Whoops, wrong way. Rear left. Thank you. Pressure from both of them now. You know, right behind him, Lazarenko, and of course behind Lazarenko, you know, you've got Beer. So these three here, but right behind them, look, CSAM. You know, again, you know, I've got to say that CSAM and of course Daniel O'Brien has called up. This is now not a three-way race. This is a five-way race.
Yeah.
So these five here. Any one of these five could win this race in what 2 minutes and 44 seconds left.
And this is right up Sammy's run here. He's quiet. He doesn't make a whole lot of noise. He's technical. He's sound. He just sticks with his path. And then, you know, before you know it, you look in your rear view and there he is. Whoop,
yeah.
Beer got a little loose out there.
Yeah, and yeah, Lazarenko took first position, Luca Gray into second, and then Beer back down into third. But, you know, it's anyone's call, you know, and for a minute there I thought CSAM was going to zip through. So, you know, these five here, this is where the race is. But don't discount this man here. There's Rodders. You know, I'm willing to bet in what is 2 minutes left, it will be a group of six. And, of course, you know, that group of five there, well, you've seen them. They've been fairly close. There's been you know, especially in the extended chicanes where they seem to swap places and, you know, all to win and all to lose. 2 minutes, 1 minute 52 seconds left of the race. Lazarenko out there in first with a group of three behind them. They almost look like they're pulling away, but they're not. They're in the same battle space. They're in the same race space, the same track space. And Luca Gray now on the inside, going along down the bridge, decides better of it and tucks in behind him, right behind Lazarenko. He's going to go on the inside for the parabolica, surely. Late braking into the parabolica. Can he make it stick, or is Lazarenko fast around the outside?
No, he's got enough speed. He had it, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Phenomenal racing by this group at the front there. Wow. Now, as our guest, I'll tell you where our guest is. He's in 13th place. He's doing well. Right in front of him, you know, 4 seconds. He's in no man's land right. He's in USB land right now, where nothing's happening. James West of GamerMuscle, our super guest tonight, is in 13th place. Very respectable position, more than halfway in the top quadrant. Certainly the bottom of the top third. Right behind him, Super Sim Racing, currently running in 14th. Felipe Nasakawa in 15th. Feel free anytime, Draco, just jump in if you keep an eye on that front lot. I'll just zip through very quickly. Orange in 16th. Helmet in 17th. Charger in 18th. Marco, good to see you out there, Marco, in 19th. Fostrom in 20th. Dave Crew out in 21st. Head Seize, wonderful, wonderful. Tag that, out in 22nd. Bowman from Sweden in 23rd. Lorenko from Portugal in 24th. Santos from Portugal in 25th. Reb Salmon in Switzerland in 26th. Fuffens from Sweden in 27th. 28th FX UK, our Super Gandalf Tech Wizard Super Guru, in 28th. 29th is Langer. Shiloz is 30th. 31st is Lenny 2, and 32nd, good old TK, good man. Now back to the front for the last. As they cross the line, have they got another lap? They've got another lap. I'm sure they've got another lap.
I don't think they do.
No, they don't. That's it. So, wow. Fantastic. Let's put that on auto director to catch them as they're coming through. Let's zip in our guest tonight as he crosses there in 13th place. Wonderful. So, Luca wins the first race. Squid Flipper in first place. Lazarenko in second place. Beer in third. Csam fourth. Daniel O'Brien in fifth. Rodders in sixth. Wood in seventh. Binnersley in eighth. Jammer in ninth. Schmidt in 10th. Blanc in 11th. Mark Bean in 12th. GamerMuscle in 13th. Well done, Gamer. Well done, GM. Super Sim Racing in 14th. Nasakawa in 15th. Helmet in 16th. Orange in 17th. 18th is Charger, the old man. Well done, Charger. Marco in 19th. Dave Crew in 20th. Fostrom in 21st. 22nd, Head Seize. And you can see the rest there. And we're watching now Lenny 2 in 29th cross the line. Well, that was a great first race, wasn't it?
It was chaotic, to say the least. There's just only so much you can cover with that many in so little space.
Now, do you like these cars now?
I still think that they're a bathtub on wheels, but it's definitely interesting.
You need to get this car and give it a little go. Now, there's a bit of a flip now, because now what we're going to have is the second race, warm up of 2.5 minutes, and then what happens now is we now have a flip. So what's going to happen now is we're now going to have a reverse grid. So that'll be interesting. Now, I think the reverse grid is as a result of qualifying, not the result of the first race, I think.
Right. No, it is based off of the qualifying, so not the end of the race. So, which is going to be interesting. You're definitely going to see, a lot of racing craft that's really going to come into play. We may end up seeing a bit of, rubbing, slamming, missing turns, and, general New York rush hour driving. This should be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Some guys have left the. Some racers have left the server. We've got 28 out there at the minute. Not at all surprising. 36 out there. Good grief. You won't get me out there. Not 36. I much prefer a rally car. Me and a co-driver that just doesn't answer back. That'll do me. But yeah.
You're only going to get me in a car that's got fifth and sixth gear. Sorry.
Fourth gears. Look at the wheels. Look at the wheels, hanging out at the edge of the.
I'm sorry. It looks like a stiff wind is going to blow that thing off of the road. Hold on now.
That's awesome. Good. So 1 minute 20 left of warm up now. Fair play to those guys who are out there warming up. I mean, personally, if that was me, I'd take the time, take a bit of a breather and a cup of tea for GamerMuscle. For me, it's coffee. Here's my coffee here. GamerMuscle, tea, RWB, coffee. Yeah, so yeah, fantastic. Yeah, it was a great race, and looking forward to this second one. Let's have a 50-second break.
Agreed. Catch your breath, get a drink, take a stretch. We'll see you back in a few. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back coming up on time for the race.
Yeah.
The cars have hit the pit stops. The drivers are getting their stuff together. One last swig of tea, soda, coffee, whatever they need. One last puff on the cigarette. They're getting ready. We're 30 seconds out from the reverse grid race.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. As you say, yeah, 25 seconds left. Last cup of tea, GM. Get back in your seat. Wow, what a sight. 27 cars this time round. Reverse grid, so you can see Luca Gray there. It's actually on the results of the previous race, clearly, not from qualifying. Luca Gray out in 27th. In first place, TK. Out he goes in first place. Leading with Langer behind him, Scholes in third and 2, and FX in third and fourth. A little bit of door rubbing, but no worries there. GamerMuscle, he finished in 13th, and guess what? He's in 11th right now. Few cars going through there, a few door rubs and so forth, but nothing major going on. Fairly clean around this first lap, which is good. Scholes from Germany out there leading the black and gold. Behind him, Martin Langer, also from Germany. There he goes there, Martin Langer. Now I don't see a star there, so these are either GamerMuscle or Lone Wolves, one or the other. Either way, it's great to see him out there. Enjoy being out in the front there. It means, of course, that your likes of your Luca Gray all the way at the back there, your Daniel O'Brien, your C-Sam, your Yevgeny Lazarenko. Thank you for putting me right earlier on, Draco, on that, Yevgeny. These guys have got to make the ground now. They've got to fight their way through, and by fight, I mean clean fight, of course. But the advantage is at the front here. Just because they came last doesn't mean to say they weren't not quick. There's a lot of talented people out there, and a lot of quick racers, and a lot of mindful racers, and some good racecraft and good tactics going on. So, no matter whether you came first or not, you've got it up against you to make up the ground, and we can see that at the end of the first lap.
There you go.
Yeah, end of the first lap. Luca and C-Sam at the back there. I'm finding it difficult to make up the ground. GamerMuscle now making some ground. Yeah, up into 9th place, just coming into the extended chicane there, and up into 8th place. So GamerMuscle up into 8th place. Yeah, he does. You're right. Yeah, be good to see him if he, if you look who's in front of him. He's got Mark Bean in front of him. Mr. Bean, who's exceptionally quick, who's now just gained a few places there from that wonderful move on the inside, up into 5th place. Took Lenny 2. Coming around there. There's a couple of cars that are off there. I think that was Lenny 2. Yeah, that was Lenny 2 there. Thankfully, GamerMuscle stayed out of that. It looks like quite a few have had to retire as a result of that, perhaps.
Looks like it was 4 cars.
Huge pile up. Rodders has hit. Super Sim Racing has hit. Rodders has hit. Marco was hit. Nige Wood was hit. That's all it takes. But look, let's not take it away from the front runners. Martin Langer from Germany, he's leading. Just been taken now by Shiloz, also from Germany. Martin takes it back, coming through the parabolica there. 3rd place, Eric Bowman in the white and blue. RWB orange. And right behind orange, you can see Mark Bean and GamerMuscle. GamerMuscle now just taken Mark Bean. GamerMuscle now up to 5th place. 5th place, GamerMuscle, and now looking at Eric Bowman.
Oh, getting a little tough there.
Yeah, Mark Bean bringing it to GamerMuscle, but GamerMuscle said, "Thanks very much, Bean. I'm away. I've got my tea and my new painted wall and my USBs." My dust, and off goes GamerMuscle now, and now he's got his sights firmly on Eric Bowman's arse. But
I call shenanigans that AMP 3900X working in overtime for him.
Indeed it is, yeah. But Mark Bean says, "Well, you're not going anywhere yet, old boy, because I'm right behind you, I'm right behind you." And GamerMuscle's looking on the Good. Right, look at that, all over him like a tramp on chips. But Mark Bean gets taken by Gwilym on the inside there in the orange and black. So you know, that's the thing in a race with so many cars. When you're all on default setups, you know, no one's got an advantage apart from your racing ability. You've got to have eyes in the back of your head.
He's got to move on the inside.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. GamerMuscle is now into third place. Third place, GamerMuscle. And now, as a result of that, is now into first place. Our guest tonight is now leading the race with 15 minutes remaining. Can GamerMuscle keep these boys at bay? I'd say, well, we know GamerMuscle's fast, but you know, all of our really fast guys, RWB guys, either got smashed up or right down the bottom of the field. But you know, Gwilym challenges GamerMuscle. GamerMuscle says, well, thanks very much. Mark Bean says, well, you haven't forgotten about me, I'm on the outside. As they're now 3 wide going down towards his extended chicane. GamerMuscle right smack bang behind. That's manic.
I feel like I'm at a state fair
watching
a
Bean.
demolition
Was that
derby.
Bean? That was Bean. That was Bean. Now that's good for GamerMuscle, because I've been thinking Bean was the biggest threat to GamerMuscle out there at the minute. But GamerMuscle, yeah, someone's getting out of shape in front of him, Shiloz and Gwilym. GamerMuscle's got everything to win right now. Third place is respectable anyway. He's got to keep that away from Orange and Jammer. I wouldn't want Orange or Jammer behind us. Jammer is one of our fellow commentators, and Orange is just super quick, and he's on a controller. So, you know, GamerMuscle is up against it.
And he's still holding third. He's literally just clawing onto that ledge. He's still making another move for the inside. Let's see if this pans out for him.
Yep, it did. Look at that. Now up to second place. I think he's just got the legs on Jammer, I think. In cockpit with Jammer then. Let's see what's going on here. In cockpit with Jammer. Jammer in 4th place. Just been taken by Shiloz, actually. So in cockpit with Orange, right behind GamerMuscle there. On the wing with GamerMuscle. You know, on the wing with GamerMuscle. You can see the orange and black car there of Jammer. Of Orange. Really bringing it to him. So Gwilym, though, right out the front. And a bit of a gap now. 1.28 seconds. So he's moving away from GamerMuscle. Which is good news. Good news for us, I think. GamerMuscle comes on and wins a race. But, well, we hope he does. You know, it's for charity. Why not? It would be wonderful for him if he did, I think.
So look at this now. So compared to the first race, we had definitely a rugby scrum in the front. Now we're starting to see a little space. We've got a 1 second difference, about a 3/4 of a second difference between first and second and third, 2 seconds between third and fourth. Things are starting to space out.
Yeah, absolutely. Conscious of other things going on. Let's have a quick look at down the field now. So let's have a recap. Okay, so where are we, Tiger? Well, Gwilym is up in front on his 5th lap now, coming down towards the Parabolica for his 6th lap. He's done a 1:33.468. Behind him, GamerMuscle in 2nd place, who's just done a 1:35.034. What does he do coming over the line now? Let's see. Not registered. Orange in 3rd place. Jammer in 4th place. Behind him, right behind him, actually, winning the league.
Now hats off to Beer, because he slid all the way back down to 12th.
Yeah, he did.
Back up to 5th, so he's definitely fighting, and it looks like he's about ready to take 4th.
Yeah, indeed he is. Yeah, and yeah, we can see him there, but. You know, Jammer is, Jammer has been out of the sim racing scene for a while he concentrated on his music. He's been back, you know, more and more over the past 3 months or so, and has gone from, you know, I'm not going to say zero to hero, but has gone from sort of out of it to competitive, and certainly in the middle ground to bottom of the top quadrants in most cars and most tracks. So, you know, not someone who's going to give it to you, put it like that. Beer in 2nd place though. Now conscious of these guys back here, lots going on back here. Eric Bowman leading this group right behind him. You can see this huge, massive cars behind them. Riding on the back with riding with Rick Binnersley, who's currently running in 9th. Rick done a 1:33 last lap. Rick's running in 9th. He's got Antti Fostrom behind him from Finland, and Scholes in front of him. And as we see that other swathe of NSUTTSs, all 120 horsepower of them, come screaming down that top speed, 120 miles an hour.
I don't know if you call that screaming, but we'll run with that.
Top speed, 120 miles an hour, drum brakes. But you know, a lot of fun nonetheless. But there's a group here: Rick Binnersley, Fostrom, CSAM. CSAM is now in 11th place. Remember where he started. He started right at the bottom. So CSAM has climbed his way forward. Right now at the front, Gwilym is leading 2 seconds away from GamerMuscle, and behind GamerMuscle 2 seconds is Orange. So CSAM is in 11th place and essentially about 8 seconds or so behind the lead. And I'd say, looking at who's in front, he's probably the fastest from RWB in that group there. So let's keep an eye out for him as CSAM, you know, challenging straight away Fostrom and takes 10th position.
It is just anyone's game in the middle of the pack here. They're still tightly packed in.
Yep. Wow. Excellent racing so far. Let's give some of our members a shout out. Mark Bean, of course, he had that off earlier on. He was running in 3rd. He's now up into 15th, which is a fair play because he was right out of it. FX UK doing really well in 16th place. I spoke to him earlier on and he said, 36 cars. I'm just going to keep myself to myself, mate. Lenny too, who was leading. You know, he's now in 17th, which is was he leading? I don't think he was leading, but he came last in the last one, didn't he? He's currently in 16th place. Rick Binnersley is down in 19th place. He obviously had a problem there. Where's Charger? Charger is now down into 19th place. No, 21st place actually. 21st place in the. He loves the golf colours. If there's golf colours, he's got to wear it. Some say that on a Friday night he sprays himself blue and orange.
I have no words for that.
It's true. Blue and orange, naked, sits in his shed with his Vasaro rig, and yeah, he's happy. Gwilym then, out in 1st place. Look at that, nothing behind him, but there is, isn't there? Because behind him is GamerMuscle saying, oh, 2nd place will do me, thank you very much, a nice cup of tea, some USB, and let's put the world to rights. Again, shout out, there's 7 minutes and 50 seconds left of this race. Still time for you to go over to GamerMuscle's YouTube page, donate to malaria, to cure malaria for the world. Let us cure malaria, especially for kids. I've seen people have malaria. I think I almost had a little bout of malaria at some point in my previous life. I think it's with you for life, isn't it, malaria at some point? If you get malaria, you've got it for life. I didn't have malaria, then I had flu, but that bloody hurt anyway. I've seen people with malaria and it's crippling, so imagine being a kid and having it. So put your hand in your pocket and give whatever you can. Orange in 3rd place, and having a little battle there with Jammer, and Beer out of the running now. I say out of the running, it's fair. Perhaps a bit of a hard call to say out of the running, but
That's
currently in 5th place. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Beer. By that I mean not really fighting with the front there, but let's not discount him. Crikey, we know Beer is very, very good in this car, and obviously he loves this car. Right in front there, though, we can see Jammer bringing it to Orange. Orange on those controllers, don't forget, on this corner there, you know, blind corner on a crest. You know, you couldn't ask for a worse bloody corner, to be honest. We need plenty of camber. Orange, though, you know, keeping his place. Jammer keeping his head when all those are losing theirs and seeing whether he can go on the outside through the tunnel, but no. Mark Bean up into 10th place. Sitrep, GamerMuscle is catching up on Gwilym. GamerMuscle is catching up on Gwilym. 6 minutes and 15 left of this particular race, and you know, it would be good. It would be good to see GamerMuscle win this.
Much credit to Jane. 3/4 of a second and 2 laps between him and the leader. So nice job.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And I'm just looking at the sector times now, and they're comparable, aren't they? But 0.8 of a second behind the leader there. Still 5 minutes left to go. He could certainly bring this. Absolutely right, he could. Let's not discount Jammer though. Jammer is 5.7 seconds behind GamerMuscle right now, and of course battling with Orange, as we see Orange in the orange car. Bringing it to Jammer, going on the inside and looking at seeing whether he can have the entry into the extended chicane. He has, of course, but the exit is on the right hand side, and that's where Jammer just makes his way through. Look at this guy, is now in 6th place. CSAM from 25th, 26th, all the way up to
heck of a run.
6th place with 5 minutes left to go. It's a fair assessment to say he's not going to finish in 6th place. He's got Beer in his sights. Beer isn't going to be easy to get around, but we'll see how he does. Let's have a quick flick through the field. Daniel O'Brien in 8th place with Mark Bean right behind him there. Yevgeny Lazarenko in cockpit with him, fighting with Bostrom from Finland. These two neck and neck, side by side, coming into this corner, which can be a tricky corner. As you can see, it's blind, and down into the sort of extension, very long extended chicane, almost a drive straight through onto the long straight over the bridge. So they're having
Yevgeny's going to have to watch it. If he was any closer to his rear end, he'd have to end up buying Auntie some dinner.
Yeah, well, I think he's going to take him coming down to this this corner here. Yeah, he's got it. Can he stick it?
Brilliant.
Can he stick it on the inside? As Fostrom says, well, you're not going to get me today. More speed. And Fostrom keeps his 10th place and makes Yevgeny Lazarenko fight for another day. CSAM now up into, as I said earlier on, 6th place. But breaking news, GamerMuscle is now looking at Guillaume Blanc. Guillaume Blanc from Switzerland. GamerMuscle now with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left of the race. It's a fair assessment to say that GM is going to bring it to GB. GM to GB. Now, can he do it? This is the thing. Part of me wants him to win this race. It would be a great way to sign off, I think. GamerMuscle winning the second race.
I'm transmitting good thoughts through the internet right now. Come on, James, you can do this.
Why not? He's our guest tonight, of course, and talking of guests, we'd like to have other people on here as guests. And look, GamerMuscle takes Guillaume on the inside. Can he make it stick around the parabolica? Yes, he can. GamerMuscle is now in 1st place. As Guillaume says, not on your Nelly, mate. But yeah, Guillaume now 0.12 seconds behind GamerMuscle. We can't take it off these two for obvious reasons, as these two are now coming down to the first chicane. GamerMuscle on the inside, but you need to be on the right to have the right sort of exit. But GamerMuscle says, thanks very much. But Guillaume makes it stick, doesn't he?
And much to James's credit there, that was actually a safe thing to do. He didn't want to go ahead and stress it through and cause an accident. That was very well played, very, very moderately handled. That was a good job.
Yeah, actually, I don't think we should call him James. I reckon only his mum calls him James. GM is 2nd place. Well done, James. GM in 2nd place, fixing the world tonight with cure for kids with malaria. We popped on his stream. He'd raised 250 odd quid, and I think RWB made a significant donation to that tonight. The honchos on behalf of all WB members. Quite right. That's a fantastic cause. This guy here has raised 500 quid for a charity tonight, and it's an honour to be part of that for him. As he challenges Guillaume now. Where's he gone? Oh, wrong person. As he challenges Guillaume again, coming around the parabolica. Fair play to Guillaume. Has Guillaume got enough to go through, do you think? I don't think he has. I don't think he's going to be able to close the door. I think GamerMuscle has got him again.
He has pulled it.
Yeah, I think he has. But let's get a wider view because Gwilym has got the inside, but GamerMuscle has got the right. You need the exit, and there he goes. So, you know, with 45 seconds left to go, which will run out by the time they finish this lap, can GamerMuscle win race two, race two of round two of the NSUTTS league? Well, let's find out. Let's find out. You know, we've got to give him the screen time. Gwilym, you know, if you're going to pull something out the bag, old boy, now is the time to do it because GamerMuscle looks like he's going to win the second race unless you do something about it.
Oh,
bated breath, line. Bated breath, bated breath, bated breath.
I can't watch.
You know, GamerMuscle and Gwilym, you know, first and second place. Gwilym looking on the outside. GamerMuscle says, I'm going to go defensive, Draco. I am going to tug that parabolica. You're not taking my win. That's what he's saying. Gwilym says, well, you know what? Fine. You'll just go too deep and I'll take you on the inside. Oh, but does he? But does he? But does he? But does he? Neck and neck. Can he win? Is he going to cross the line?
He's got him.
Unbelievable. GamerMuscle wins the second race. Onto Auto Director. GamerMuscle wins the second race. Gwilym Blong in third place. Orange in third place. Jammer in fourth. CSAM, unbelievably, from 25th up into 5th place, which is extraordinary. Daniel O'Brien in 6th. Mark Bean in 7th when he had that off earlier on, which is just fantastic. And you can see the rundown there. For those guys we didn't get a chance to see, our apologies. But the bottom line was we try to do the best we can with the coverage that we gave to you. But the fact of the matter was that the racing was so close that it would not have been right to take that away from what was essentially the front leaders there. Quite extraordinary, Draco.
That was a heck of a finish. Wow. They put the pedal to the floor and they just let it all hang out at that last lap. It was very exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Orange and Jammer. Now we mustn't take it away from them. They had a fantastic fight there, and under normal circumstances, I would have probably stuck with them. This is an open server. This is an open server, an open league, and I would have stayed with them two boys there. But, this is a special occasion. But they had a fantastic battle there. I wish I could have stayed with them a bit longer. But absolutely well done to GamerMuscle first. Gwilym in second, Orange in third, Jammer fourth, CSAM in fifth, Daniel O'Brien sixth, Mark Bean seventh, Beer eighth, Bowman ninth, Lazarenko, again, a great position for him. And you can see the rest there. Absolutely wonderful. Fantastic racing. And hats off to everyone out there. Racing with 2 is difficult. Race with 36, well, good luck to you.
Darn near impossible. Wow.
Absolutely. Now, what we're hoping for now is we're hoping to chat to GamerMuscle. So hopefully GamerMuscle will come into our Discord and come straight into the channel, hopefully. Of course, we have to remember he's got his own live stream going on right now. And we'll be bouncing up and down in the seat, of course, drinking his tea. And he's going to come in here undoubtedly smug. And why not? He won the second race. So it would be wonderful if all of a sudden he magically appeared. Ding. And in he comes. So if anyone's listening to this and they're on GamerMuscle's YouTube page, just put a note in there from us, from the commentary team. Very well done. Good racing. Now get your ass over here for a post-race interview. Whilst we're waiting for him, though, let's bring in the leader of the... he's looking for Mike and faffing around, so I've just been told our intelligence. But let's chat with somebody while we're waiting. Who should we chat to, Draco? Your choice. I mean, there's so many great guys to have a chat to.
Orange really had a great run. Let's bring him in. I mean, this is a guy that actually uses a controller and not a wheel. That's impressive to me. And he did a very remarkable job today.
Good call. Here we go then. Orange, welcome to you. Sorry we bullied you and dragged you into the commentary box. I apologise about the the state of it around here. It's disgusting. Charger's supposed to clean it up. I say that every week, and every week he doesn't get it cleaned up. We wanted to speak to you because you had a really, really great battle with Jammer, backwards and forwards. Under normal circumstances, actually, we would have probably stayed with you on an open server, being RWB members, but we couldn't really take the camera off of GamerMuscle and Gwillem fighting up the front there. You had a great race. From your interpretation, how did that second race go with Jammer?
Oh, that was brilliant. I wasn't expecting it. I think that was the biggest shock. I started pretty poor in the first race, so that went it was all right. I was mid-pack. Last corner went a bit pear-shaped, but yeah, second race was brilliant. Really had a really great battle with Jammer, and I think CSAM was right behind. So that was really tense. Really tense. Great racing.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, and what do you think of these cars? I mean, default setups, you know, 620 pounds, 120 horsepower, drum brakes, air cooled, 4 gears. You know, what do you think of these cars around?
Hamster powered. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, they are absolutely fantastic to drive. It's a lot of the time with sort of games like this, you'll be in cars that have got a lot of power. Sort of a lot of downforce, and sometimes it's just nice to drive something that's really just naff. Something that's a bit slow, a bit ploddy, but you can have such great fun with it. Yeah, they are just brilliant to drive.
Yeah, awesome. And this particular track, I mean, I dare say you've dragged it. You've raced this a fair few times.
I've raced this a fair amount. Not having all of the content, this sort of was one of my main tracks, so I do enjoy it, and I'm glad I got to perform on it pretty well in the second race. So yeah, I'm really pleased to be racing on the sort of free content in these little events. It's really nice.
So let me ask you something, because obviously this is not a car that you would normally associate with racing, right? What did you prepare? I mean, or how did you prepare to go ahead and make that difference? Normally, from what you normally hop into when you play this game, what did you do a little bit differently?
I'm usually someone who adapts quite quick. That's always been my strong suit, which I think is why I do well with the mini league, because everyone has to just adapt really quickly, right there on the spot. They haven't got time for setups. But with that car, it's just about testing how late you can brake with things. Like the first qualifying I went out, I was really hesitant. I was braking so much earlier than everyone. My times were terrible, and I noticed that, and I thought, right, I've got to try and find some room. I can't make it up coming out of the corner. I can't make it up down the straight. There's nothing I can really do. I've just got to see how late I can brake, and it is just with a car like that, just testing its limits, just seeing how late you can brake. It's pretty much the same as any other car. It's just a little bit more unorthodox, I guess. Different kind of car.
Yeah, clumsy. Well, clumsy comes to mind.
Yeah, clumsy. Yeah. That's the good word for it.
Quality.
Yeah, absolutely, quality. Orange, look, you had a fantastic battle with Jammer, and as I said, under normal circumstances on race 2, we would have probably stayed with you with an open server, being RWB members. But you know, fair play to you, absolutely, you know, well done, fantastic stuff. Draco, remind me, and I don't mean to be rude to our guest who's in the commentator. He's here, everybody. Everybody, calm down, put your tea down, and pick your coffee up. He's here. We'll talk to him in a minute. Draco, remind me, who was the winner of the first one? It was Luca, wasn't it?
It was Luca, yes.
Well, we need to drag him in then. He's the winner, wasn't he, from the first race?
Yeah, I guess we'll bring Luca, the kid in.
Luca, Squid Flipper. So just a quick word from you. You won the first race. You enjoy that?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. And Bosh and Orange, thank you too.
That was easy.
And having me, guys.
Well done to you too. Great. And now, more importantly, not more importantly, of course, but you know, you must have been. I mean, obviously, I wasn't watching the stream. First of all, GM, very welcome to RWB, and thank you very much for joining us tonight. And we're really pleased for you that you won the second race.
Hello. Is the mic working, first of all?
It is. It's working fine.
Oh,
yeah.
Perfect. I know what I'm doing. Well, you know, The first race didn't quite go to plan. We had a word with the pit mechanics and the pit crew. We talked with the team. We hung a shed. Well, we are driving a shed with wheels, but we hung our heads in shame. But the reverse grid and the £300 paid to Mr. Bean to take out the fast drivers, really, I think that's what, just absolutely amazing. I really have to thank my fans, the GamerMuscle subscribers. Yeah, they really made it possible. They really helped me focus through those final laps.
Did they or did they not?
They did. They always do.
Well, look, it was really good to see that you've raised, fair play. You've raised a lot of money today. Well, not today. I mean, in a few hours. Such as your influence and such as your high esteem and the respect that people have for you. You've raised some good money this afternoon.
Hang on, respect, high esteem. Oh dear.
I'm doing you a favour.
Oh yes.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait. Are we
watching,
talking about the same streamer? Wait a minute.
I don't know. There's something wrong here, but there's still time to donate on the live stream that I'm doing on the link there to save children from dying of malaria, which is a worthy. Like a £5, that's a malaria net, and you've saved a baby's life. So there's more time there, and we've already hit 100%. We're maxing it out. We're hitting the rev limiter this evening. So get those donations in. Absolutely awesome. I haven't done anything. It's the people watching. We've had the filthy regs. They've got the donations in, which is great. But people click the like button to empty my bank account, which is good. So it's been good. Good job to everyone for donating.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, during the stream, we've been promoting that, and we've been telling people get over to GM's YouTube stream and donate for the love of God. It's nothing. It's not even a packet of fags or a beer. And you're going to save a kid's life. So get over there. So look, you came second in the race. You've come and joined us for our second week's league.
No, I won the race.
He won the race.
He won the second race. But you must have been, as I said, you must have been pleased with that. I mean, crikey!
Don't take my victory away from me. I only win one race a year. This is the race that's going in my memory. I'm getting one of those little TV picture frame things. I'm replaying the win on loop. This is the only race I'm getting all year. So.
36 NSU TTSs, all 120 horsepower, drum brakes, 620 pounds. 4 gears. That was a bit of a sight out there.
It's an absolutely fantastic car to drive, though. I think one of the things is with Raceroom, it's really good with the vintage cars, like the 90s DTM is especially good. The sound they do, and then just the force feedback and the way those cars slide around, but the amount of ply you have around the limit makes them really satisfying. And as a result, with those garden sheds with the wheel sellotaped on and the dead body in the boot, you get really nice close racing. So I'm definitely going to be racing those cars, and it's a good one that you picked for the league. And you could just jump straight in and drive it as well. I mean, I'd never driven that car before, and to me, that's a good sim car when everyone could just jump in and have a good race with it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, look, I'm going to hand over to Rodders in a minute, who's our. You called us a cult earlier on. We are a bit of a cult, to be honest with you, but we can't really tell you about it. We'll have to kill you. So I'm going to hand over to Rodders in a minute to say a few final words to you before we close the stream. But GM, it's been wonderful to have you with us. Thank you very, very much for supporting our second race of our league, and we hope to see you and your groupies, your buddies, your teammates again.
Hot Ukrainian women.
Get yourself a cup of tea after this. Sort your USBs out. What's about this new film that you've got coming out? USB.
Oh Christ! Did Izzy talk to you? Was this who told you about this? Who's been sending the USB propaganda to you? The propaganda ministry of USB.
Thank you, GM. I appreciate it. Rodders, anything you'd like to say?
No. Well, just cheers for coming along. It was a. I mean, I didn't take part last week, so I'm as in shock as you are. Although grats on winning the second race. I would say it was a fix, but there's no way I could get this bunch to coordinate it well enough. Certainly in that carnage in the second race. But cheers, it's a good charity to give to. We're glad to help out. So
Well, thanks for inviting me to the race. Enjoyed it. It's nice having 36 cars and everyone well, apart from Mr. Bean, but he was paid to crash everyone, so everyone drove pretty nice. I mean, I don't think Mr. Bean did it on purpose. I think he just lost control and decided to murder a few. But the driving, joking aside, the driving was really good. In the second race, there wasn't any like stupid stuff, which is always nice. So definitely, I tell people to check out your Racing Without Borders. No borders when it comes to racing.
Certainly
not
not.
at all.
Certainly not. I don't know if you noticed, I did actually stop my car and kick somebody in the second race. I won't name drop them, but what they did was pretty poor. So I was surprised at that. But other than that, I think you're right. It was. I'm looking forward to seeing it in the stream because it was all pretty respectful and just good fun.
I want to watch the stream. I want to watch the replay back and see the. I want to see the Mr. Bean carnage from an external view. I just flipped to my mirror to my rear view. I actually drove into looking just to see all these cars just rolling about.
I thought I was through. I must admit, I was like, what? Dodge one set, then I dodged the second set, and I thought home free. No, just seen a car coming in slowly from the side. Meh. And then that was it.
Awesome.
I was about to say I had noticed all of a sudden that the actual timings between Mr. GamerMuscle here and then everyone behind him just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like, what happened?
Yeah. Well, no, we did catch it when we saw two cars go on their roof, and then of course we flicked to Rodders just as you. I think by that point, I think you were right at the back, Rodders. So
Yeah.
we knew that there was a big one, but so many cars, it's so difficult to have the coverage all the way through. But I think we caught a bit of it on the stream. So yeah, check it out. Well, look, we've taken a lot of your time, GM, and a lot of people's time that are watching the stream. So we're going to close down now. So again, a final thank you to GM for supporting RWB tonight. And please, you still got time to go and donate. So please go and do that. And GM every now and then does quite a few things for charity. So if you're watching this stream back in a couple of few days' time, well, make sure if you haven't bookmarked GamerMuscle, you haven't bookmarked anything in my view. So you need to have him bookmark it, get along there and support his charity events. All right, well, we're going to close down the stream. It's been wonderful. Next week, we're at Zandvoort, which will be round 3. So thanks very much. If you want to find out more about RWB, then go to our website, rwbracing.club. You'll find all the information there. Just click on the Discord link, come into our Discord, watch the welcome video. That will set the scene for you. And then if you want any help, just tab anyone with an RWB tag. They'll always be there to help you. All right, Draco. Well, thanks very much for your company tonight.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
So he's been Draco.
He's been Tiger.
And I know that's corny, GM. Don't bother saying anything. We like it. I know it's corny. But
He makes
yeah.
me.
I make him do it. Yeah, so thanks very much, everyone. Remember, don't race alone. Race RWB. Till next time. Take care now.